Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that little break, just had family come over, so couldn't get on my computer for a few days. Anyway, I've just been clearing through all the mountain tiles in my map trying to find some caves, so I just wanted to try and do a few more mountain tiles before I finish all of them. So this is actually one of my favourite mountain tiles, and mountain tiles is probably my favourite tiles in general, so I thought I'd like to do this one. I actually really hated this one until I worked out my placement, but I got that worked out now, so I know what I'm doing. Anyway, he's just there for the sake of using him, don't really need him, and put my ninja actually in here, in the middle of these three things, which took me a while to work out. I used to try placing them all sorts of areas around here, which never worked out, but this is actually a very nice spot because he's got like, this is the thing you gotta go for. You get like the chance to hit there, another chance to hit there, another chance to hit there. That seems to get them just those multiple chances to hit things even if you don't take him out the first time. That seems to be the best way. I mean, if I had him here, then I could hit them when they went up there and when they came out there, but my Seeking Shurikens would have all sorts of problems as well. I've just found that, yeah, after I started placing them here, it's worked a lot better since they're always pulled in this direction, which is where you wanted them to be pulled to really, since that's just before the exit. So generally, yep, I just use my usual strategy here. If you've watched any of my previous videos on mountain tiles, it's pretty much the same here. I'm just going for my first ninja there, and then I try and get a bomb tower as soon as I can. Put that one about here, and I just want to get this up to a Mob Mauler as soon as possible. I should be able to get it to Mob Mauler on round 5, or maybe 6 if I don't quite go as well as I'd like, but round 5 should be fairly close at least. Yep, it's gonna be round 6. Oh well. Not really a big deal though, because I can still take the Mob out even if it comes early. But yeah, I've got that. And just getting this to 2-3. I probably could skip the 2 left upgrades, but I just like to get that extra range and also the chance to get those little fragments. I didn't used to get the 2-3. I used to just leave them at 0-3, but I don't know. I just started getting 2-3 and it worked better, so don't really know why. Maybe it's because it's better at taking out blacks and stuff, but it works, which is the main thing. All the amount of stuff you can write down on paper doesn't matter against a strategy that simply works. Yeah. So yeah, just trying to get this guy up to 4-2 like usual. And once I've got all these guys ready, then I can start on placing down my village and all the stuff around that. Takes a bit of a while there. Yeah, I've been trying to search for caves, and I've pretty much searched my entire map. There's only 2 little shadowy areas left that I haven't fully explored, and I'm just not having any luck. Apparently, there's supposed to be like 5 guaranteed caves, but I guess that if that is the case for me, then they're all going to be in the same place. I think like I've got 1 cave right near my town, but I haven't seen any other ones. So yeah, I've got them maxed out and got some camo lead, so I'm just going to deal with them in slow motion. There we go. I like to put my village around here, just because I like to have this spot right in the center here for my ice. So I'm just going to get that up to 1-1 straight away. The only reason I get the left one is just because it makes it easier to tell if my towers are within range, because the range circle will jump up when I'm trying to place it. So yeah, after that I just place 3 bomb towers in here, and get them up to the mob maulers and set to strong. Once I've got those three, I put one over here, but I set this one to close. That's mainly for DDTs. I can't even remember if I chose a DDT tile, but yeah, it's also for regular mobs. I always like to have some of my mob maulers set to close, placed in strategic positions, just because if everything's set to strong and the Zoma good comes in, then the mobs will just go straight past you, which is an ever annoying issue. So yeah, once I got 4 of these on 2-3, I just start to work on my village again. And unless something pops up, I'm just going to get this to 2-3 once I can. But I should be fine, because I mean, while I'm saving up for this, I sometimes do get a little bit worried as I see stuff get all the way down to here, but I've pretty much, even if something does get down to here, then these guys generally just take care of it. Yeah, no problems that time. Got this fairly easily. So I put one here just as a placeholder for my Arctic Wind, but I like to put some ice shards at the top here just to clear out a bit of the balloons before they actually get to it. There's also a bit of strategy there that I'm going to go into in a sec. Let's get that. Okay. See, this isn't really the best place for me to explain this, but I've started working out this idea, kind of this strategy where you put an ice shards a little bit before an Arctic Wind, and I think the Arctic Wind's slowing effect actually starts to take place before it starts freezing things. So just put this guy up. So the balloons will probably, they'll start slowing while they're in this guy's range, but before this guy actually starts freezing them, so it gives this guy a better chance at letting off his ice shards. Because if they get frozen by this guy, I mean, you could have these guys right next to each other, but if you did, then whenever the Arctic Wind froze something, the ice shards wouldn't go off. That's an issue that I was having a fair bit of trouble with. Well, I think so anyway. I haven't actually clarified if that's the case, but it seems to be. And yeah, as I said before, it's the stuff that you see happening that matters more than what should be happening, because it might just be a glitch even. But anyway, I like to then fill out a couple more around here. The ones on the outside I set to close, and unfortunately I can't put any spectres or anything down this map, so I'm just gonna put a spike factory here, and I'm gonna get him. I shouldn't have got white hot spikes just then, since it's under an MIB anyway, but doesn't really matter. It's only 800 cash. The mob shredder spikes are actually a very good tool for taking out mobs. They think that they deal like, I don't know, well, I think they're like 4 times damage against mobs, so pretty good. And after that, put another ice shards here, just to catch a few more. I really like to utilize my ice shards on these mountain maps because of how much cheaper they are. I mean, just a sec. I can resell this for only 2,000 cash. That shows you just how cheap that was to actually build. Anyway, and after this, I'm pretty much happy with that. It's not really anything else I want to do. So I'm just gonna fill in this area with a few more bomb towers. If it was a DDT tile, then, well, I pretty much use the same strategy regardless if it's a DDT tile or not, but if it was, then I might consider getting this up to Spike Storm just in case, or possibly getting, instead of that, a second Spike Factory over here. I have done that a few times, where I put it there, and pretty much if a DDT flies past here, then it will get caught by this second one. And like all the balloons generally get caught up here from the Arctic Wind. May as well just do that anyway, since I've already got it up. I think it's outside of my range though. Yeah, I probably could have put that a little bit lower, but it doesn't really matter so much. But yeah, after this point, I have pretty much won. This, I mean, like I always say, it's the beginning of the game that's actually the hard point. Once you reach the end, at least. If you're early on, then you probably will run into a stage where you're like struggling the entire game and lose in the last round. But that happened to me a lot, at least. Please don't let me be the only one. But yeah, by the time you reach the end of the game, it's really only the beginning that you're gonna struggle with. And by the time, if you can make it past the first 15 to 20 rounds, then you're perfectly fine for the rest of the game, because you got your setup you need to make more money and just plonk down whatever the hell you want. The only issue with the last 15 rounds, and especially the last 5 rounds, is lag, because from regular balloons being too many of them. So it's just the battle for cleanup, which is why I've started using ice shards a lot, since they clean up quite well. It's also why I use a lot of specters, because specters clean up very well as well. Anyway, I should probably spend that money. Yeah, this isn't really very effective at not being laggy, as you can tell. Sometimes it is. I guess I just didn't really do it that well this time. But all you really do after this is just put down more mob maulers. Although, what else we got here? I think that I also alternate mob maulers with maybe some super monkeys. So let's just clear a spot here, and he might help out clear a bit more of the regular balloons, since I'm not really having any issues with the mobs. They're getting taken out pretty easily by my spike factories and the mob maulers that I've already got. Yeah, plasma. It's pretty good for a little extra power there. Probably could have saved up and got a robo, might have been more helpful. Actually, just get rid of those things. One of these ninja, and we'll get this robo. It's not really necessary for me to do that, I would have won anyway, but just swapping a bit of mob destroying power for a bit of cleanup power will probably help me pass the game a little bit faster, without like lagging as much, hopefully. Yeah, mountain tiles are my favourite tiles, but mountain tiles and forest tiles are my favourite tiles. But the one issue that I do have with mountain tiles is that I can't really get as good cleanup as I would like. I can't get dartlings or aces, so those are my favourite cleanups. Well, I can get ice shards though, which is another one of my favourite cleanups, but yeah, don't really go into that. So anyway, that was, I believe people call that 3 peaks. But yeah, that's one of my mountain tiles, one of my favourite ones. And so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you around.